stream to you guys. I hope everyone had a good, positive, happy, and most importantly, healthy week. And maybe you got yourself a sickening nitro like I did. Now, let me say hello to the early birds that I see here in the stream, and then I will continue discussing what it is that I have here. We got ourselves Benjamin Martinez, my dude, #1 here in the stream, right on time, bright and early. We got John Hensley, we got Xavier's RC Adventures, we got Chef Beardsley. Guys, Chef Beardsley does streams usually Saturday morning. Go to his channel, check him out. If possible, can we get some of the channel mods, predominantly Xavier's RC Adventures, here to drop Chef's link? He cooks up them gas, them nitros, and the brisket on the grill once in a while. You understand? He gets the 3-for-1 deal over there. We got Monty Kriska, how you doing? Jason Zoltan, True RC. If you guys notice, the chat names look a little bit different here today. I don't know. There's like a bunch of @ signs everywhere, right? Is Jim, how you doing, bro? We got Jim in the house. All right, I'm gonna continue in a little bit. Let me wait a little while till some more viewers show up here. So, Big Boys Toys, how you doing, man? I saw your post with that sickening new kit you ordered. The box looked terrific, bro. Okay, I had really bad internet, so I couldn't leave you a comment, but I ordered a Wi-Fi range extender today. So the Wi-Fi range extender should come in shortly, and I'm going to get some real extended range. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be streaming from my neighbor's house in a different zip code. That's just a joke, my bros. That's just a joke. Ain't no Wi-Fi extender that great. Let's face it, they'll probably give you 25 feet, or we'll see how it goes. Let me look at some of the comments, and then I will continue, everybody. By the way, for those of you that are not subscribers to the newest RC Car Action magazine, I am still sending them my cash. So if you want to see me go through the newest magazine, it just came in the house like maybe 2 days ago. You know, we'll take a look at it later. I'll show you that there's absolutely, well, you could take a guess yourself. Are there any nitros in this magazine? Xavier's RC? I'm not going to confirm that, but you are most likely correct. Monty Kruska, yeah, I would stop the subscription, but you know, it's like one of those things. It's like once you start brushing your teeth in life, you never unsubscribe. You know what I'm saying? Kidding around. It's not like that at all. But it could be. It could be. But either way, we'll take a look at it. I guarantee you they're going to devote 8 pages to like a basic Tamiya. You guys want 8 pages out of a basic Tamiya? This will be your ticket. Okay? As Arnold Schwarzenegger once said in a famous movie, show me the golden ticket. You guys know the movie I'm talking about. Who knows that movie? Last Action Hero. Okay? Last Action Hero. Was that before or after Arnold ruined California? I'm just curious. Before or after California got ruined? I'm not sure. All I know is my local area that I live in is about to get ruined again. Mayorally, if you know what I mean. Mayorally. All right, we got James Gibson. How you doing, bro? Happy to see you here. Let me see who we got here in the chat. Maybe not that many. By the way, one of the cars that you see behind me in the background, just one of them, will be featured in tomorrow's video. And there's literally one right over my shoulder right now. Yeah, it's that one right there. Okay? It's that one right there. Alright, we're going to wait a little while to get some viewers here in the stream. And gonna continue, bros. Anyways, let me tell you my, historical recollection of Megatech. Max Settings, how you doing, man? That's right. Max Setting goes hybrid. With your new mayor, you will have to pay higher taxes. Yes, man. The only problem is that guy ain't going to pay nobody more. You know, he's just going to take the money. He's going to be the modern era fake Robin Hood. Right? Take the money from the people that earn it, which is basically the middle class. You know, in this country, everyone likes to say, let's tax the rich. Let's tax the rich. Bro, the rich own corporations. They have completely different types of taxes. Okay, you can't just go tax the rich. They'll move their operations overseas. You've taxed them out of this country already. All right? Anyways, continue. I understand a lot of people don't understand this kind of stuff, but some do. It doesn't really matter. What matters is your purchasing power. Melissa, how's the stream quality? Is it working or no? Is it bad? I'm gonna have to pause my own stream. Nitro Pimp Man, how you doing? I'm sitting over here with my Megatech, you know, talking a little bit about how people want to tax the rich in this country, and then the rich just get up and leave. And then you know who you have left to tax? You have, well, the middle class is what you have left to tax. It's the uncomfortable truth, my dudes. Uncomfortable truth. Take from the middle, give it to those that generally don't even really work for it. Okay, Pinker, how you doing? We got ourselves an Australiano RC. All right, my dudes. I was looking for an old RC magazine because this brand Megatech actually used to advertise quite intrepidly. Okay, and that is our cool word of the day. Intrepidly. Okay, you could Google it or look it up, whatever you want to do. You could even spell it if you go to a spelling bee contest. But I'm not going to those. I only know how to spell Megatech Nitro Razor XT. Okay, I gotta wait a little while longer. I wasn't gonna do a stream tonight, my dudes. I was not feeling too good. I just kind of laid on the heating pad. I got a little bit of pain on my side over here. It's real bad. I don't know what happened. I was filming a bike video this entire week. You know, we're talking like an e-bike, like a sickening fast e-bike. And I must have gone too damn fast on the sand dunes. And if you're wondering where's hybrid going fast on the sand dunes, you will see the video released maybe shortly in a little while. Yeah, I got myself a fat tire bike so I could strap on a giant gas RC to the rear bike rack and hit that RC track with it. But of course, when you get a fat tire bike, you gotta take the fat tires on the beach. I took it on the beach too fast. Probably got a little bit of a wind chill on my side over here. Had to lay on a heating pad. John Henson with the hell yeah. All right, my dude. So, there's not that many viewers today. I don't know what's going on, but it don't matter. I'm not here to complain. I'm not here to cry. I'm here to unbox sickening nitros. So give it a couple more minutes. Melissa will give me the hint, and I will do it. Yep, max settings goes. Had a back pain for years. Walking a ton helped me. Well, I mean, I walk a lot. It's just like a muscle pull. You know what I mean? It happens. It's like sometimes, you know, you're brushing your teeth. You kind of kneel down a little bit to, like, you know, spit the toothpaste out of the sink over there. And then you, like, pull the bit of them back muscle. It happens. No big deal. Plus, you know, I do lift weights to a degree. So that is not ideal for, well, back pain. Let me wait a little while longer. Also this week, Melissa. Oh no, we don't have a picture of that. My dryer broke, so I legit have another dryer in like the first floor of the house right now. You know, I had to carry a dryer in. Luckily, we fit that thing in the Rogue. But of course, Melissa ain't that strong, you know. So both and I were picking up the dryer. I mean, modern dryers are pretty heavy. But I gotta tell you, they're not as heavy as the old dryers. Anyone here agrees? The old school dryers, I gotta tell you, the one we had was like an all metal white one. Probably about 25 years old though by now. Those things are real bottom heavy. Modern dryers, I feel like, yeah, the weight is not the same. The weight is not the same. By the way, guys, there's a nitro over here on the side, like right over here. If you have, you know, if you want to look at it, you could look at it, but it's not about this. But this is extra sickening. It's, I'm going to tell you, I'm surrounded by a huge collection of sickening nitros. The problem is they all need a ton of repairs. We're talking a ton. I'm going to show you one of the wheels from it. You might already know it. What am I talking about? You already know this one, right? This is the one. Which one is this? You remember which video recently this wheel came from? Off the Mutilator. Off the Mutilator. All right. It's over here for repairs. That was going to be the topic today, but I changed my mind. Let me go check out a couple of things going on over here. What? Yep, that's right. Pinker knows the rusted mutilator. The rusted mutilator. I gotta tell you, the rust is the least of my concern on that one right now. Okay. Service, it should be okay now. All right, we got Texas Hill. How you doing, bro? Oh man, the internet is real bad right now. I have to pause my own stream. All right, guys, what do you say? Oh man, there's the lowest amount of viewers I've ever seen. Yeah, Megatech. It's one of those models. I'm gonna tell you something right now. It looks good on paper, but when you actually see it, you want to look back at the paper. Okay, we got Geomac 1986. How you doing, man? Happy to see you here today. Jason Brawley is with us. All right, guys, it's an average amount of viewers now. You know, I don't do this to collect the numbers. Is it time to take a look inside the box is the question. Actually, no, let's look around the box first. We got to look at the box. Because, yes, John Hensley says box art. We got Tarek here in the stream. How you doing, bro? I picked up a Megatech Nitro Razor. Now, you guys might already know, I actually have had one on the channel a while ago, but this is a completely different one. Team Richard B, what's up, bro? This one is not the one I showed a couple years ago. Pizza Nitro, happy Friday to you. This is a completely different model. In fact, this box is nicer. I'm going to adjust the lighting, and we'll take a quick lookie at the box. All right, we got John. How you doing, man? Wi-Fi bad? It'll improve in a little bit. You guys let me know. How's the internet? Is it okay? I can reset the Wi-Fi if needed. It'll change. Let me just move this around a little bit. Give it a second. Team Richard B, how you doing there? We got Paige Smith. All right, so it should be better now, quality wise. I've adjusted a couple things. All right, let's begin with the box, because statistically speaking, we're not going to see such sickening boxes in the near future for really forever. All right, the quality should be real good now. I'm using the rear camera. We shouldn't have any kind of mirroring. Now, I picked this one up this week, actually, when I should have been editing videos. But you know what? I put in a lot of work to this channel. I don't consider this my job. It's not my job, and I don't really ever want it to be my job. Based on that, I can remain impartial. I can do content that I like, and I know many of the viewers here like. Today, if you'll find any channel that's 100+ subs, it's all sponsored content. They're trying to sell you fake NordVPN, Ridge wallets, mineral waters, vitamin shakes. I'm only trying to make Nitro great again. Okay? I know Tarek and many of you guys out here can appreciate a sickening Nitro with 1+ horsepower. So the one that I actually had on the channel is a better model. But this is another model that was RTR at the time. All right, so these are kind of known for having these gimmicky style Star Trek style radios. Obviously 2-channel radio right there, you know. But radios included and installed, which really is not that much of a bold claim. Let's take a look at the bottom of the box. Some of the details. What's up there, Lotus? And happy to see you here. I just pulled up a box. All right, so we're going to start with over here. I've got to stretch this out a little bit, my dudes. We're going to open it up. I promise. Don't you worry about it. But, you know, boxes are important. because that's really the first thing you see when you go to hobby stores, right? The people that designed this really wanted you to get a lot of information out of it. So these are regular 10 scales. Now, Megatech did have its own proprietary fuel blend, and I remember going to the hobby store that sold a Megatech. These were about 350 at the time, but in general, they were far, far, far better equipped than the RS43s. So this is what the picture of it would look like. I mean, you know, really compared, and you guys could think about it yourself also here, compared to any other RTR on the market. We'll talk about the features. I'll just read a little bit of it to you because, you know, when we see it, it's all downhill from there. Feature-wise, this thing was packed with features for the 300-ish price mark. So we have its RTR. This particular one, it didn't come with kits or nothing. Adjustable 2-speed. That's the first big thing, right? Because remember, the very first TC3, they were single speeds. You had to get a 2-speed as an upgrade. Now on the bottom they say capable of 55 out of the box. This is at a time when the Fortec was only rated to do 50. So this was faster than, I think, the fastest RTR 10 scale, other than the Schumachers, right? Other than Schumachers, I'm going to say for a small block engine. Does that make sense to you, my claim? Melissa, is the audio bad? We got awesome channel members, James Gibson, saying the audio is going out. I'm going to try to not move. It should get better. You guys let me know if the audio is okay. Maybe, you know, one of us has to refresh. I don't want to point no fingers over here. We got all aspects, man. Happy Friday to you. All right, people are saying it's okay for the most part. It's better? All right. How you doing there, Steve? Happy to see you here, bro. All right, Joe Record, what's up, man? All right, let's continue. We're just going to go over some of this before I actually open it. So what really is awesome about this kit, you see this Megatech M16 engine? People used to put this into T-Maxes. No joke. This, compared to a Pro 15, ton of horsepower. 1+, they say. There's also a 1.6 horsepower version with the black cooling head. This is not that one. No Joke RC, what's up, bro? He goes, is this faster than the Fortec 2.5? So the Fortec 2.5 would have been faster. But the 2.5 came out, I would say maybe about a year after this, maybe 2 years. But this, after all, is a larger engine, and these were much cheaper engines. I remember actually getting one of these as an upgrade for RS43. And, I mean, first of all, they're 0.16. They ran pretty good. They had 2 needle carbs. So it was a pretty powerful engine, and the price was about, I think, $105 back in the day. All right, anything else we got to look at? 1+ horsepower engine, as we know. High performance glow plug, blah, blah, blah. We have Neo racing rims. So the term Neo is kind of their race division. Back in the day, Megatech did make several models called the Neo. All right, let's take a look around the other sides. What's up, Alex? How you doing, bro? On this side, it's basically just the same thing. On this side, also the same thing. Oh, check that out. Megatech International, North Bergen, New Jersey. Made in Taiwan, though. Don't mean nothing. A lot of good stuff is made in Taiwan. Literally everything. All right, that's about it. There's really not much else here. Just keep in mind, the main thing on this model is this Megatech M16 engine, which they claim is 1+ horsepower. Race edition, I mean, they're kind of all the same. There was no, from my understanding, this race edition term is, that's marketing nonsense. Okay, slide carb, that's an important feature right here. At this time, a lot of small blocks had rotary carbs. Slide carbs give you a good amount of, well, options for putting on good higher RPM engines. All right, my dudes, what do you say? Is it open her up or shut her down? Just got this, guys. By the way, I'm going to do my best to see if it will fire up. Mark, how you doing there? Mark Dugan here with us. Pinker RC wants to know, is it the same engine as the Megatech Dragster? There were two versions, but yes, this is essentially the same engine. There was ones with the black head and one with the blue or purple. The black one is the Christianelli one. So that one's a little better. All right, I'm going to open it up, guys. Enough with this conversationalism over here. Oh, by the way, I have the black head one behind me right now. In a little bit, I'll show you the black one. The Christianelli version. All right, my dudes. Here she be. In the box. I did wash the body, just so you know. It was in worse condition, but I didn't really do anything to it. I saved it all for the video. So this is what it looks like so far. Megatech has this trend of weird coloring on their silver bodies. This is pretty much always how it is. Special thanks to Big Boys Toys over here with a channel donation. And let's hope your mom is in great health. I know I lost my mother a couple years ago. She had a bad case of, well, kidney issues. But that's unrelated. Moms matter, everybody. Well, and dads. Well, and dogs and pets and everything really matters. But without the moms, none of us would be here. Or, of course, without the dads, none of us would be here, too. All right, I'm going to take this thing out, guys, and we'll put it on the table. Oh, yeah. That's... You know what? The colors are fly. The wheels are... Well, they're here. I don't know how fly they are, but they're here for sure. Let me take this radio out. And we'll go over it. What's up there, Wonder Bread? Happy to see you here, man. Get rid of this box, and there's nothing else in the box. Give me a second, and we'll discuss the condition of this model. All right, guys. Picked it up this week. I'm going to try to fire it up. We don't have the original radio because this would have had a different radio, as you could tell, the one on the box. Well, let's what's there to talk about? I'm gonna spin it around. I will say Megatech did have really nice color schemes. The rest, not so much. No Joe RC, what's up, man? Yes, this is a Mercedes CLK body. I noticed when I was looking at it before, the rear end, it has two wings. There's one spoiler here and another spoiler there. They really went overboard. You ever see two wings on one car? It's kind of like that video that became real. I gotta hot glue that in later. That video that became real popular years ago. It included a cup and two girls. I'm not going to name the name of the video. But this is one of those that includes two wings and one car. Yep, double downforce, baby. Double downforce. In fact, at first I thought this was like some kind of mistake. Two spoilers does not really do anything, right? But they literally put it in the picture on the box. You could see on the box they have the silver spoiler and the regular common 10 scale style looking uglier spoiler. This one actually looks quite dope in my opinion. But, you know, this is one of those old vintage Nitro things you just got to appreciate or accept however you want to play that game. On the bottom, This is what the bottom looks like. We'll go over it. You know, this car did have a good amount of use. It's not in terrific condition. But the main thing, the 2-speed baby looks to be not missing any teeth. Yep. Good access to the flywheel. I see right here, these would have been the original screws, and this was an afterthought. So probably had some kind of gear issue at one time, I would say, because it was probably, well, who knows, maybe these gears were replaced. Actually, yes, the owner did tell me he replaced these gears. Now, let me take off the body from this side, and we'll take a look at the rest of it, guys. Once again, thank you all for joining me here tonight. I am happy to be able to bring this to you. I mean, you know, Lotus, how you doing, man? I mean, it's probably one of the worst scratch chassis I've ever seen, but it doesn't matter. It's an old car, you know what I mean? Like, it's don't matter. I'm not getting shelf queens over here, so let's take this off and we'll take a look at it. By the way, all the Megatech bodies have this kind of weird paint-looking, I don't know what you would call this, not delamination, but it looks like layering that's just come apart on the inside. But basically, all the silver ones are like that I've seen. All right, let's take a look at the chassis. Like I said, guys, Megatech is one of those cars that look good on paper and slightly less good when it's directly in front of you. So, spec-wise, right, specification-wise, Blake, how you doing, bro? Having a plan and not getting that plan done. But don't panic. Nitro cannot be killed. I see you guys. We're all back right now, okay? How about now? Is this any better? How about now? I'm moving my hand here slightly, you know. You can't see this car like John Cena said. You can't see it. Can't see it. Everybody, welcome back. I was just doing the you can't see it way from John Cena, the 5-knuckle shuffle. Just letting you know, we weren't gone. That was John Cena saying you can't see it. All right. Now that we're back, did anybody hear me say anything about Cologne and Melissa? Did anybody hear my comment about Cologne? Because if I go put on that awesome cologne right now, Melissa ain't going to let me come back up here. I just want you to know. She's going to hold me hostage. All right. Well, I guess nobody heard it. That's pretty good. So it's pretty nice. All right, my dudes. Hopefully the internet is okay. As I said, I did order a high-end Wi-Fi extender. We're talking a shit ton of money, about 80 bucks. Well, not a shit ton. It's not that much, but, you know, $80 Wi-Fi range extender. So hopefully soon I'll be able to go back into the basement and do some proper streams. Yeah, Nitro Pimp John Cena is this chick, you know. She had the famous reality show, did some bad movies. Northeast Mods, how you doing, my bro? Happy to see you here. Well, I'm not using the Wi-Fi range extender right now. It's going to be coming in the mail tomorrow. I literally ordered it today. So right now we are range extender free. I am sitting close to the router right now, actually. All right, anyways, we are back. Enough with this stupid John Cena conversation. Let's talk about the Megatech. Oscar Quendo, happy Friday to you, bro. We got Harlem NYC here in the house. Right. This is literally the only Nitro I've ever seen that does not come with a bumper. It's like they said, what bumper, bro? You're not going to hit nothing? I looked up pictures of it, and this is normally how they ship. Real odd, right? I guess they meant to use this part as... Well, no. This can't be the bumper because this appears to be adjustable length body post. It looks like you could remove these screws and move the body post forward. Yeah, so it does appear to have adjustable body posts in terms of width, at least, you know? Sickening. It's going out again? It just went out? The service bad? What's a guy gotta do out around here? I can't even talk about a Nitro anymore, bro. They cut me out. They cut me loose. That's right. One bad stream is not going to piss nobody off over here. We back? Melissa, can you load your phone and just tell me? I can't tell right now. This is like very few viewers, so I can't even tell if there's any viewers in here right now. No, I got like no positive feedback. It's fine. Anyway, let me do a little zoom in on this thing. So the head is scratched. This model is really, really highly equipped. James Simworth, bro, thank you for that. Not the original fuel tank. This, I don't, I'm not sure, but let's just hope it's okay. I put a little bit of fuel. Usually Kyosho had the red fuel in it before. We're going to try to do a little fire up in a minute. So let's talk about the features that made this thing pretty impressive, in my opinion, you know, regarding specs. Because really, it's the specs that sell things, right? Back when you were shopping for your Dell, you remember the Dell? You'd be like, how many gigahertz I got? Today, it's like, how many cores you got? How many megabytes of RAM? Oh, you got 512 megabytes of memory? Shit, that's a lot to play Wolfenstein. Okay, we got cool use of colors, yellow shock springs, aluminum shocks. Everything here is factory. Nothing's been upgraded. This is literally all the factory upgrades on the RTR already here. Nice high flow header with a thick header right here. We got sway bars. Yeah, so this is basically, you know, aluminum upper deck. It does look kind of funny from the top down. Now, I know in many countries around the world, these models were sold as, I don't remember which brand, maybe Acme, but some off-brand. So Megatech, you know, that's an American brand here. By the way, notice in the back, the rear bumper is a pickup handle for your fingers. Now that is, you know, honestly, that is extra sick. Wouldn't hurt them to have a little handle in the middle, though. All right, guys, so it did come with a radio. This is not the original radio. I'm going to try to see if it, you know, powers on or whatever. Let's take a look. Pretty large radio box, actually quite easy to get into because, well, you guys want me to open the radio box or whatever? Yeah, James goes, I like the pipe, the header, and the shocks. Yeah, I gotta say, like, you know, out of the box, this thing had good quality parts. But everything else, I would say the quality of aluminum is really bad, right? I'm not one of those YouTubers that's gonna tell you everything is the best. This is not the best. This is close to being not the best. But it's still a piece of NitroGang history, and that's why it's on this channel. That's why I went out and bought it this week for the channel. All right, let's check out the electronics. So the prior owner upgraded, or should I say downgraded, to a high-tech radio. I am missing the battery box cover, so for now I just have a rubber band. It's a damn shame. You know, obviously I'm not going to use this to run the car. This is just for, you know, once in a while for now, testing. All right. So some of the things the owner told me, he thinks it needs a new steering servo. It appears to be for the period normal. This is normal quality steering for the period. But I do notice the steering trim right here on the radio is all the way to the right. And if I actually move it left, okay, so his steering servo is not centered correctly at all. So he probably thought it needed a new servo, because really when you're in the middle right there on the servo, on the steering trim, you should have not, you know, 50-degree angles of steering. A Lotus RC, I still have a ton of Amazon batteries. I bought 300 of them a while back. You would be surprised, bro. Those Amazon batteries last me multiple years. Yeah, 300. All right, next up, throttle servo, where we got throttle works, brake works. Now, one peculiar thing I noticed, and this is real peculiar. I looked up the way the linkage is supposed to be done, and yes, this is a proper metal 2-needle slide carb, right? Which is fairly impressive for this price point. Don't forget, this was not a high-end car. I mean, it looked like it was, but really, it was not. It was nothing here was very, very high-end, right? It looked good. It had cool color, but that's about it. I noticed when I press the brakes, I mean, when I press the throttle, right now I'm pressing the throttle. You guys could look at the steering. I mean, at the throttle. I'm going to press the throttle. It's opening up the carb, but it also engages the brakes. So there's something wrong with the brake linkage in general, because when I open up the carb, it literally engages the brakes. That cannot be. Also, when I press the brakes, it still engages the brakes. So servo reversing is not the issue here. I'm going to have to figure that out. There's just something wrong with the steering geometry. Like, that cannot be. Maybe I'm thinking this collar should be on the other side. I'll take a look at like how it should be set up later. All right, guys. The main thing is, do we have compression? Now, the owner that I bought this from is a cool guy. You know, he might be watching the stream. He told me, you guys want the history of this or what? It might be the spring. It might be the spring. I'm going to leave it how it is right now. But the linkage could be incorrect. I'll fix it later. It doesn't really matter. I don't need the linkage to be correct to just fire it up. All that matters is we have a relatively okay idle. So, okay, you guys want to hear the story. So this guy bought this car when it was brand new. He said it was hella fast. Obviously, we know they're hella fast. These were not like, you know, slow cars. These did literally hit 55, guaranteed. There was no glow plug in it. Okay, so that's why you're looking at it right now with no glow plug. Let me turn this off because it's glitching real bad. Is there compression? Highly debatable. What do you guys think? I'm going to put a glow plug in. I have this Duratrax one. I'm going to test it right now. And I think we're going to have to go outside and test this car, guys. There's really only one way to find out. Texas with the optimistic, yes, it's got compression. We'll see, man. Let me see if this plug itself is okay. So the steering got to be revised. Yeah, the steering is bad. All right, so this plug glows red. I'm going to put it in. I removed the head before and I cleaned the head. There's absolutely no dirt in there right now. Like zero dirt, guaranteed. So I'm not worried about ruining anything. There's definitely zero dirt in there. Oh yeah, this is the Trump glow plug, no joke, RC. He said it. This is the gold glow plug. It's actually a Duratrax plug. I saved it just for this occasion. This is the extra Make Nitro Great Again edition. Wonder Bread wants a fire in a hole. We're going to find out. I mean, even if it doesn't have compression, it might still start. Okay, I got it in real tight, guys. There's like literally no way it's going to get any tighter. All right, what do you think is going to happen? I'm going to just pull up by the cord. It has... It's hard to say. I have to fire it up. I mean... Yeah, I've pulled the whole cord all the way out without really doing anything. There is probably less compression here than there should be. And by probably, I mean 100% less. I mean, I could still try to fire it up if that's what you guys want. But there's close to no compression in this thing. It's negative. And we're going to have to come back and talk about engine choices. Let me get something on. And I'll prime it, and we're going to go outside. Spotty Jack, thank you, bro, for that channel donation that's going towards the compression. Thanks, man. Let me just prime it, and we're going to go try to see what goes down today. But I'm not very optimistic. I mean, don't get me wrong. This thing is going to be a runner with or without this engine. It's going to go down. It's just a matter of whether it's repairable. All right, so I know the glow plug is good. I just checked it. Let me prime it. I'm not going to use the primer. It's always a good idea at first. Once again, thanks again. You guys let me know if we're still here or not. It's going to come back sooner or later. It's back. Everybody is back. How many fingers am I holding? How many fingers is this? This is peace, baby. Okay. All right, I'm here. I got a quiz for you, for those of you that aren't sleeping. You got 4 houses, okay? You got 4 houses, everybody. There's 4 houses on the street. There's the yellow house with a yellow dog. Okay, bad joke. Jokes don't matter. Nitro matters. All right, guys, I'm going to try to prime this. That joke would have sounded a little bit not too ethical. I'm not going to say it, actually, okay? You got to think ahead of time before disseminating trash to the viewers. All right, I'm going to try to prime it like this. Is what I was saying. It's a good idea to prime it to look at fuel in the fuel line. So we got a clear fuel line. I made sure that it was good. Let me do a little zoom in on this, and I'll prime it. All right, I definitely saw a little bit of fuel go in there. All right, that should be enough. What do you guys think is going to go down? All right, forget the joke. The joke was not very good. The question is, will the nitro be good? That's what matters. All right, I see people saying fire in the hole. Man, I hope on this one. Personally, I think it will start, but I think it's not going to run well. All right, I'm going to put the radio on. I mean, it shouldn't glitch, like I'm right next to it. Where the top of the antenna is broken as well. All right, guys, place your bets. All right, that's all I can get the antenna out. I don't think air filters matter anymore. All right. All right. Ray Coral goes, it will start. Let's see. By the way, I just came back from California. I bought this Harley shirt. You know, California has a new distribution center called Costco. All right. It's primed. I'm definitely at idle. The whole chassis flexes when I give it throttle. The whole chassis flex. It's ridiculous. Yeah. They use world's cheapest aluminum. All right. 1, 2, 3. Let her run a little. I'm gonna let her run. It might be bad. Need to get a screwdriver. Melissa, get my screwdriver. Letting it run a little. Hold on. Carb needs a lot of tuning. revved it a little bit. The engine's pretty toasty. Let me check it right now. That's okay, guys. I'm gonna pull it right now. It's extra toast, baby. That's right. Texas goes repinchable. I have to take off the head and see what the condition of it all is. It's extra toast. I'm gonna try to start it again, but it ain't gonna be good. It's cooked more like refried beans. I would say, you know, refried beans in like nice Mexican cuisine. This is the refried beans of engines. The engine is toast. I'm gonna try it again just as a little demo, but it got, yeah. You see that? I could do it from far away. It's extra toast, baby. So these engines were actually, no joke, RC bro, these were ABC engines. These were good quality upgrade. People put these motors into T-Maxes, you know, to swap a Pro 15. Let's try it again. I'm gonna do it again, but it ain't gonna be good. Yeah, it's toast. So I could keep trying to start it, but it ain't gonna do much because once it heats up, it's not gonna fire up. Yeah, you see that? It's starting to because the plug is good, but it's getting fuel, but it got no compression. Car seems okay. Yeah, this is useless. It's beyond toast. Yeah, there goes the pinch project. You know, I was thinking maybe this should be an engine swap. It's hard to say. I mean, the good news is the starting mechanism is okay. The head is not very good condition. It has, you know, some scratches. The carb seems okay. This could be a repinch worthy engine as well, I think. We're gonna have to go take a look, guys, but it don't fire up. I could wait like another 2 minutes, it'll cool down and might start. Wonderbread goes, would I buy a repinch tool? So I would, but they're at least over $1,000. I'm not an expert in that, you know what I mean? You know, if you do the math, you could repinch basically a lifetime worth of engines if you just send them the fees to do it. But it's beyond toast. Yeah, this kind of like mini starting and then shutting down, that's the sign of low compression, meaning when it heats up, it's not pulling fuel anymore. It can't combust the fuel at this point now. Yeah, it's extra toast, guys. All right, well, let's go back in. We'll I guess I'm gonna have to disassemble the head, at least to look at it, right? If you guys want to see me do that, I'll do it. I'm afraid the Wi-Fi is gonna get worse when I go inside though. So good news is, you know, other than the toast engine is beyond toast. It's just like if you take, you know, our awesome channel member Wonder Bread and you put a piece of Wonder Bread on the toaster, you're gonna get that. Gear mesh looks okay. All the wheels moving. The clutch, I think at lower RPM would have been okay. I did see there was a sleeve and piston for this M16 on eBay. But the thing is, it was about twice the price of a repinch. That's what I was very happy with. So they do still have a sleeve and piston. Yeah, it's still hot. I'm touching it. Yeah, you see what I mean? We got lesser compression than the ethics of the government right now. But I think it's worthy of a fix, you know? Engine-wise, I see we got conversations of engine swaps. So these engines, just let's talk a little bit about it before I go inside there. I want it to cool down a little bit. You're gonna need something that's side exhaust and slide carb and a standard shaft. Honestly, that combination, without modifications, on cheap, nothing comes to mind. What about you, everybody? The HPI T3.0, I thought about it, but I don't know. All right, let's go back inside. We'll take a look at this engine. But yeah, low RC goes, it's pretty much hard to come by. The combination of side exhaust, standard shaft, and carb is like almost non-existent. Quality old vintage engines at that point. You're talking about like an OS CVR X. That's basically what you need. Again, we'll take a look at it. I'm going to grab it by its convenient carry handle here. See that? They thought of everything. Quality is okay, guys. This is California out here, by the way. You know, Hurley. This is the California of New York. Or in the New York, California, tri-state area. All right, let's go back in. We'll take a look at what I think we can get happening today. Guys. Don't nobody disturb the cat. Same busy. All right, guys, I'm back. Let me just have a little seat over here. Well, the news is in. We got no compression. Let's take a look at the engine. We'll see how it is. Actually, I'm gonna check eBay quick right now. Let me check eBay quick. I'll see if there's any parts for this engine, but it's basically toast. You know, no hard feelings. The owner had no idea this was the case. You know, whenever you're buying anything used, you're taking a risk of it not being good. That's like to be expected. Let's see, Megatech M16. I think I did see a sleeve for it. Yeah, so by now they're all toast. So, taking a look at eBay. There's one of these that's someone's asking $600 for it. That's insane. They're not worth that much money. I think this is the sleeve, to be honest with you. Right here. Yeah, this is it. I'm going to show it to you right here, guys. If you all want to see, this is the eBay search I just did. I'm quite convinced this is the sleeve for it because there's only one 0.16 engine. So ABC piston and cylinder, that will be it. $50 and like small shipping. Now something like this VX18, the problem is, let me just click to see what we can get happening here today. The problem is these are, I think, rotary carbs. Yeah, these are rotary carbs. So I need a slide carb. Now, there's a chance I could replace the carb, but it's not a good chance. So we got this right here. $50 for that. Let's see, there's someone selling one of these. It looks to be in almost like new condition. I mean, to me, I wouldn't pay that for this car, but this is a really, really good specimen of one. But notice this one, even though this one's like $600, has the same paint issue over here as mine. It has the double wing. Welcome to the double wing. Milk Honey Key, how you doing, bro? So, yeah, it's literally the same as mine. Okay, so this is what the factory fuel tank would look like. All right, definitely mine is not factory. That's an interesting throttle linkage right here with the wheel. Yeah, so brand new M16. I think this what's up there, JP? How you doing, man? All right, guys, let's go back to this. So that's the option. We could either try to see if it's repinchable, which I am not convinced yet. Let me take off the head. We'll see where we're at, everybody. By the way, guys, I want to say special thanks to my, recurring channel members. I appreciate you all. It ain't that many, but it's enough for now, what it is, you know. But, all right, let's see what we got with the head. For those of you who just missed it, I fired this up. We got negative compression. It's real bad. Some of the worst, I would say. Yep, some of the worst. Let's take off the head. We'll take a look inside. I basically just want to check. That's why Grateful Dab's been a member for a real long time. And Ray Coral as well. All right, let's do this. I'm going to take the head off. The reason I want to do this, anybody want to tell me why? I think this will be the determining factor. The real question is, anybody remember Bob's RC? Man, he was a big viewer of this channel for a long time. I hope Bob's RC is doing okay out there. Let me take off the head here. But I do want to see this thing being a runner. You know, my goal with every Nitro is to make them drivable. They don't have to be perfect, but they have to survive a tank of fuel. This one can't survive anything. All right, so the head is off. Pretty good design on the head. Let me just take off these screws. So for a cheap, small block type engine, I mean, this uses a better design than like common 0.15 engines. So we have a separate head button. I mean, that in itself is pretty impressive, really, for this price point, you know? That's right, Grateful Dabs. I've said that many times. The whole goal is that they improve, you know what I mean? Let's remove this and we'll take a look. It's on there pretty tight. I'm gonna have to do one of these. All right, so the head button looks average. Let me do a little zoom in on this. Head button looks average. I don't see major pitting. I mean, very little pitting. The washer, copper washer, looks normal. I don't see anything crazy over there. Oh yeah, Wonder Bread. The exhaust on this thing is sickening. I mean, honestly, they did put the parts in this to make it hit 50 plus. All right? I mean, polished metal pipe. This honestly reminds me of the RC10 GT Team Associated pipes. It looks almost the same. Oh, Northeast Mods. Yeah, you are correct. Okay, let's take a look inside the engine. So we just fired this up. I'm going to spin this over. What I'm looking at mostly here for my own reference is I'm checking the top of the sleeve. Sometimes when people try to remove these, they'll scratch up the top of the sleeve and your mating surface with your head button will be poor. In this case, it looks to be okay. Let me move this up and down. I mean, this honestly looks like it's a fairly low runtime engine, but it got no compression, so that's a subjective issue. Let me remove that dirt. What's that? That was just old oil, I think. I mean, it looks clean, but there's definitely no compression. And this is a proper ABC engine. What do you guys think should go down? Oh, Ray Coral, man. RC10 GT for 150. You're going to have a good time with that, man. It's clean. I mean, the pull starter assembly is clean. Usually, if these have a lot of runtime, right here, this fuel line would be completely destroyed. This one looks normal. It don't look bad at all. Gear mesh looks normal. We got a metal disc brake. We got drive shaft, metal drive shafts, 2-needle carb. Adjustable motor mounts. You could slide the motor in and out if you have different gear mesh issues. What do you guys think? Should I start taking this apart right now or what? So I think the decision is, I mean, new engine-wise, there's not much. Yeah, I would need a small block. me think what I'm gonna do. Should I edit tomorrow's video or disassemble this right now? All right, people want to pull the motor.